Hello, and welcome to Hollywood Oracle. I'm Antonio, your reader. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Let's get into this. Feelings when you walk in. We got the pile 1. Your card was Twin Flame in the reverse. I apologize if you hear the fan. Just trying to keep cool because I normally get hot when I do reads. So anyways, let's get into this. If you are liking the reads, you are liking the topics, let me know what you want to hear next down in the comments, what topics you want covered. It is hard sometimes to kind of come up with topics because I'm like, what haven't I done before? What's going to perform well? Anyways, let's get into this. All right. Feelings when you walk in. Ooh, all right. Ooh, all right. Okay. That was a shame card in reverse, okay? So, let's see. We got the listen card in the reverse. The, how you want it? Joy card in the reverse. Okay. We have the passion card in the upright. Yep, I see where this is going. Okay. And with that shame card in the reverse, placeholder right there. Okay. Hit you with a shuffle. Let's see, feelings when you walk in. 4 more here, 4 more here, 4 more here. Okay. 4 more here. Feelings when you walk in. Come on. There it is. We got hiding in the reverse. I'm going to take mirroring in the upright. Okay. We have reflection in the reverse. Okay, and how do you want it? Yep, that's what I thought. We have third party in the upright. Okay. And 4 more here, 4 more here, 4 more here. Final. 4 more here. All right, ask and you shall receive, right? How do you want to be? Because, yep, that's what I thought. We have children in the upright. We have surrender in the reverse. We have new doors in the upright. And we have rest in the upright. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, you know what? I've been playing this song a lot today, but now as I'm sitting here doing this reading, it's in my head. It's I'm hearing the song by and I might mess up her name. Her name is Iniko Jericho. Okay, she's kind of new up on the scene. Maybe some people don't really know about her. She does have a lot of followers, but look up that song because I'm definitely in the song anyway. She's talking about like, what she is, what she isn't, and how she's like breaking down walls, right? The walls of Jericho. And I feel like that's definitely, when you walk in, that's what people definitely want to do. And I feel like that's the ice wall, right? They want to break down your walls and get to know you immediately when you walk in, okay? I'm seeing with the twin flame card here in the reverse, right? If people are in relationships, okay, people are kind of sad that they're in relationships, okay? They want to exit those relationships and kind of start a relationship with you, okay? So if their like significant other is talking to him, we have the listen card in the reverse. Obviously, I feel like you just grasp attention, okay? You grasp people's attention, and this, I mean, we don't have it out here, right? But I'm feeling a very high energy vibe of being very attractive, okay? And if it's not like an attractive kind of thing, it's like your frequency that you're on is just so strong that it's hard to even like kind of resist at least glancing at you, right? I feel like there might even be some people who have a hard time not even just glancing, but they might even, are finding it hard not to just stare directly at you. Okay, but definitely whatever conversation they're in at that moment, right? They just stop listening, right? You capture the scene. Okay. With the joy card in the reverse, if these people are in relationships, right, they no longer seem to be enjoying those relationships, right? Like they're like, oh, I feel like they start to fantasize, over how how it would be, right, to be with you. Like I feel like they start to, I feel like kind of replay all the negative things that might be a part of their relationships, okay, or maybe just, having this idea of like. I also feel like you suck this idea of like, like you kill people's joy, right? Because like before you walk in, I feel like there's people who are like kind of like the center of attention, and then you walk in, and then like everyone kind of just stops, right? And they start paying attention to you. Maybe they walk out, leave the conversation they're in, right? Because we have that listen card, right, in the reverse. So like they leave the conversation they're in and they walk over to you, and that just kills people's vibes because they're like, okay, I guess we were done talking, or X, X, Y, Z, So I kind of feel like, yes, it's, you walk in and it just, people who are used to kind of having attention, at least when you're not there, right? You kill their joy because, you steal all the attention when you walk in. And then people, like I said, here's that passion card. Like I said, I don't have that, attractive card. And then we have the shame card in the reverse. So that fell off the table, but passion here in the upright. Like, yes, people want to pursue some type of relationship when you walk through the door, and I truly believe it's either due to the frequency that you're on, or it's how attractive you seem to be coming off. And this could also, I don't necessarily have like a confidence card, and the grace card isn't out here. What was on bottom of the deck? Creative. Okay, so yeah, I feel like people definitely want to start some type of passionate relationship with you, or at least like get this close to you, okay? And I even had this kind of encounter myself recently with a person of the same sex. Now, I'm interested in women. Sorry for any males that follow me, but it was a male. Okay, he's kind of popular, at least in this state. He used to do the weather when I was a kid, and I met him. And, he brought me in, like, really close. We were like almost, we were pretty close face to face. And he was just telling me that, I had the power of Christ in me. Like, Christ flowed through me based off of my smile. And a lot of you don't know, what I look like. But I get a lot of compliments usually on my smile, right? Like my smile seems to brighten people's day. And, it was just, this is what, anyways, long story short, this is what people want to do, right? They want to get this close to you because I feel like they want to be like in your energy. They want to be in your presence, right? They want to be close to you because I feel like they can just feel that frequency just radiating off of you, right? And everyone, like people just want a piece of that, right? They just want to be around you. And you can even experience this in your life where it's like, maybe your phone's always, blowing up. People are always inviting you to their things, because they just want you around. You bring this type of energy that like people kind of seek, right? They seek for, like, and they feel that energy presence when you're gone too. Like they feel it go away. And, and so I feel like, when you come around, people are just, they're like, hey, talk to me. Hey, come over here and sit by me, right? Or if you're, doing projects or something, people want to work with you because it's just that type of energy that you bring that just makes people want to be closer to you. And then that card underneath, right, that fell, that's supposed to be here, was that shame card in the reverse. So, people have, there is no shame, okay? There's no shame in their game. And, if they're staring at you, if they're trying to get close to you, if they're spending, like, I feel like even people who are in relationships, again, I keep getting this, like, even if they're in a relationship, there's no shame in their game, just, hanging out with you the whole night, even though they have a significant other. And like, this might even raise, eyebrows to other people at the party, like, hey, that person's in a relationship, but they've been hanging around, just using myself as an example, like Antonio, like the whole night, right? So like, do they have something going on? Like, I think it really does raise questions and eyebrows. Like, people are like, is there something going on between those two? Because people really do have no shame in just being around you and wanting to be around your energy, okay? With the hiding card, right? In the reverse, like, they're not hiding this. Like, people do not hide how much that they actually enjoy your energy, enjoy being around you, okay? And I feel like even if they do try and lie, it's very evident to everybody else in the room, who's not trying to, suck on your energy, okay? With the mirroring card, I even feel like, people who, when you walk in the room, right, people are kind of checking you out, seeing what you're wearing, and then later on you kind of catch them wearing those same type of things, right? Like, you'll see, for instance, like, I wear beaded bracelets, and I used to wear crystal necklaces to work, and then all of a sudden just everyone starts wearing these at work, and it's like, oh, well, now is everybody here spiritual, or is it just a fad? Or, and don't get me wrong, spiritual is kind of really high up there, so I don't want to claim it for everybody, but I do feel like you do notice people, if not wearing the same exact thing that you're wearing, things that are come very similar to what you're wearing, whether it's color or it's the same shirt, or maybe even just asking you like, hey, where did you get that? And then they literally show up in the same outfit you had on just the other day, okay? So we have the reflection in the reverse, okay? So how do people feel when you walk in the room? I definitely feel like there's this envy kind of energy, right? And people can't really figure out what it is or why it is that everyone seems to be gravitating towards you, right? And I feel like it's because you have done like the work on yourself. We flip the reflection card up, like, you've reflected on some of your flaws and your negative things, and I feel like you've done away with those things, and these people haven't, right? They haven't done that work on themselves. So when they come around, people can feel that kind of negative energy that's still attached to them, okay? And that causes people to kind of repel, like when you have two, magnets kind of like together, obviously the same side, right? And they force each other apart. But, I definitely feel like, you have done at least a good considerable amount of work on yourself, so that you're normally in a very good vibration and a very good frequency, right? So that causes people to kind of, attract to you. With the third party, right? Like I was saying with that passion card, like, people would not, mind, no shame, because the no shame card would be right here, right next to it. No shame. People would gladly enter into some type of love triangle with you, okay? If they're in a relationship, if they're married, they would gladly, without a question of a doubt, okay, would jump right into your arms, is what I'm feeling like, and a lot of them might even want to keep it secret, and maybe you even receive like compliments from people who are in relationships, and you're like careful now, okay? Like, I know your significant other, okay? With the children card and the reverse, yeah, people want you to have children with you, okay? And you could have children, and people kind of see your children, see how beautiful your children are, right? And I feel like they do imagine what children would look like with them, like what the outcome of your children would look like, okay? Because again, people want to have that kind of passionate, intimate relationship with you, okay? We have the surrender card in the reverse. I feel like there are definitely a lot of people who find it hard to kind of surrender to your energy, okay? At least the people who you kind of knock off of their top horse, when you walk into the room, like, I feel like you have the people who kind of gravitate towards you, want to make their way towards you, at least say hi to you, and then you have people who have that envy kind of energy, and they're like, yeah, I'm not, just because they're so and so, I'm not going over there to say hi, or everyone's going over there to greet them, so I'm not going to, I'm going to sit here and let them come to me. So I definitely feel like you have a good mixture, at least in the room, of how people feel when you walk in. I think you really do ruffle a lot of feathers. And there are I feel like there are more people who are interested in getting around you than there are people who are envious and jealous, okay? With the new doors, right? I said this early in the beginning, like, new people want to start new things with you, whether it's platonic or romantic, right? Whether they just want to be like your best friend, okay, based on the energy and frequency at which you vibrate at, or if they actually want to enter in a type of relationship with you. That's how I'm feeling, right? Like, people definitely want to start something new with you if they don't already have something new with you. And I feel like, there are people who kind of wait for that kind of like opportune moment, like where they're, for instance, like, oh, this person doesn't really talk to me, but then when when you're alone, this person comes up to you and holds like a 10-15 minute conversation with you, and it's like, okay, well, you don't talk to me around other people, but when I'm alone, you definitely come up and try and strike up a conversation, okay? And you'll talk to me until somebody else shows up. So I'm getting that kind of energy where it's like, even people who don't necessarily want to surrender to your energy or very standoffish to begin with, they'll come up to you later on and just be like, kind of suck up some of your energy as well, but they don't want other people to see them kind of sucking up that energy, okay? They kind of want to keep it kind of hush hush. They don't want other people to see, you and them kind of sharing moments and stuff, because they don't want everyone else to know that they too are a fan, okay? With the Rest card and the Upright, I definitely feel like people feel like, I'm getting beauty. You get your beauty sleep, right? And this is what people want to do. They want to lay in the bed with you. Okay, I know she's not in the bed, she's floating, but you probably put people on cloud nine, right? People want to just be around you, cuddle you, hug. I feel like they just literally want to be like an octopus wrap something, or even a snake. Snake is better. Like, they want to wrap themselves around you, okay? Like, I always, I've been in relationships where it's like, I've cuddled with people, women, and it's like, they like cuddle me to death, okay? In the sense of like, it's like, okay, there's a difference between cuddling and trying to become me, is what I used to say. And you're trying to become me, so take how that resonates for you. And then we have Creative in the Upright, right? So I feel like when you walk into the room, yeah, it's how you look. Like, you're very well put together. Your outfit is very creative. You've obviously taken some time to kind of put it together. You look good, right? And I feel like you may even create your own outfits, okay? Like, you'll take a shirt from here, shorts from here, a blouse from here. Just giving examples, or maybe you even make your own clothing, okay? And that's how you like that's how people feel when you walk through the room. They're like, man, this person, like, how do they do it? I feel like, you have, how to explain this? People have seen your wardrobe, right? But I feel like even still that people know majority of your wardrobe, you still find ways to put combinations together that kind of throws people through a loop. They're like, yeah, I've seen them wear that shirt before, but how, like with the pants or the shorts or whatever else, the cardigan they threw on and the new shoes, like it looks like a whole new outfit. So, I definitely get that kind of feeling is how people feel when you walk through the room. And they're just, I feel like they're like, and I feel like people are perked up. Like you can kind of see how like she's kind of got like that perked up kind of face, right? I feel like people are just in awe of your outfit sometimes. They're just like, man, like they did it again. Okay, they did it again. We got that Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. I play with your heart. All right, let's get you some advice here from Spirit, God, Universe, whatever it is you believe in. I call it Major Pain. 4 cards here, Major Pain. Tell me what's going on. 4 cards here, Major Pain. There it is. All right, which way you want to go? Upright, show no mercy. Yeah, Spirit, God, Universe saying don't back down, don't stop being who you are, okay? Stand your ground. Can't make it up. Stand your ground, okay? Stand your ground on who you are. Stand your ground on your morals, okay? Get an effing hobby, okay? You could be doing a lot of phone scrolling. You could be wasting a lot of time just twiddling your thumbs, right? Spirit, God, Universe is saying put it into a hobby. Okay, get a hobby, do something you don't normally do. Try a hobby that you saw while you were scrolling on TikTok or YouTube or one of the other media sites that are apps that are out there. I mean, there's tons now. So, if something caught your eye, try it out. Okay, I know. Trust me, I know things are getting expensive. At least here in the U.S. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but just try something. Okay, and let's see. Clean this up. Excuse me. I don't know where all these burps are coming from. Maybe it's confirmation. Clean this up, right? Spirit Guide Universe is saying, and that's in reverse. Okay, so I do feel like Spirit Guide Universe is saying there's nothing you got to change, baby. Okay, do you? Okay, like they used to say, do you? Or like Drake said like 10, 15 years ago, YOLO. Okay, you only live once, so keep doing you. Okay, whatever it is you're interested in. Okay, get out there and do it. Okay. And I gotta stop saying, I did watch one of my videos. I'm like, I say okay way too much. Why don't y'all tell me? I gotta get a new word, right? Anyways, that has been your reading. We'll give you bottom of the deck energy. Listen up, turd. See? Listen up. Okay? Again, just stop. Don't stop being you. Pound number 1. That has been your reading. Thank you for tuning in to Hollywood Oracle. I enjoyed this read. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Let's get into this. How do people feel when you walk through? Okay, when you walk in the room, how they feeling? Welcome to Hollywood Oracle. I'm Antonio, your reader. Thank you for coming if you've never been here before, and thank you for coming back if you have. Your card is Balance in the reverse. Immediately, what I'm feeling is you throw people off balance. Okay. I feel like, you got your, I feel like you got your high rollers, okay? Your people up on their high horses, egos sitting pretty high, and you throw them off balance. Woo! Woo! When you walk through, okay? Let's just see what we got here. Truth in the upright, okay? We have patience here in the reverse. We have loss here in the upright. We have gratitude here in the uprights. We have admire in the reverse. All right, 3 more here. 3 more to finish out this one. 3 more. Let's see what we got. We got courage here in the upright. We have reflection here in the upright. Now, which way you want to go? Third party here in the upright. And what about you? Oh, there you are. Hiding here in the upright. Okay, and 3 more. 3 more to finish this off. 3 more. 3 more to finish this off. Oop. All right, let's see. We got 4, but I'll give them to you. We have fun here in the reverse. Yeah. We have creative here in the reverse. Okay. We have healing here in the reverse. And we have protected here in the reverse as well. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is mirroring in the reverse. Okay. So how do people feel when you walk in the room? When you walk in? Cause I'm Paul, wipe me down. That's what it's a song coming to my mind, right? So I feel like, yeah, you make people feel poor when you walk in the room. You, like I said, balance card in the reverse. You throw off the energy in the room. Okay, you make people feel poor, whether this is based on how you dress, okay, or just the things that you have in abundance, okay, material wealth. With the truth card in the upright, how people feel is I feel like when you walk in, people feel like, now they have to start telling the truth, okay? Because, you're here, obviously you have some type of psychic ability, or maybe you don't, but I feel like most people who watch my channel do, and I feel like you are a truther, right? You want to, say the truth, live the truth, and I feel like, when you walk in, everyone's like, I can't tell lies no more, okay? Like, I can't, over-exaggerate my story because pile number 2 is going to call me out and ask me questions that's going to obviously put holes in my story, okay? With the patience card in the reverse, I feel like, people can't wait for you to go. Just as soon as you walk in, they can't wait for you to leave. They're like, yeah, like come in, do what you got to do, and get out. Because I feel like you do capture a lot of the attention, right? So people are like, I just feel like people are like fed up, right? And I feel like even people kind of around you, or maybe in your circle, possibly people you work with, are fed up with you being around. Okay, and they've lost patience to the point where they might even be applying for new jobs, or they might even be waiting to exit themselves because they don't know when you're leaving, and there's no point in being there since you're there. Okay. And you know what, I gotta find something else to say besides okay, because I watched one of my videos back, which I never do. I don't watch any of my videos, and I realize that I say okay too much, but it's just I'm trying to get the what's popping off in the head out. Oh, see, I was going to say okay. The lost card in the upright. Yeah, this is how you leave people lost. Like you walk in, and then they're like, okay, what do I see? What do I do now? What do I do? Because until you leave, right? Until you leave, as they're don't have any patience for you to leave. They don't know what to do. They're like, you're gonna you're gonna steal all the attention in the room, okay, and I just feel like people are kind of like, well, do I play on my phone? Do I watch the TV? Because people want to talk to you. People want to conversate with you. People want to be around you. So you leave other people who normally capture the energy in the room feeling lost, because now they don't know what to do, because normally the attention is on them. With the gratitude card in the upright, how you make people feel when you walk in is, I feel you have this way of making people feel grateful for the things that they have. And this could just be you discussing on how discussing the blessings that have either come into your life, or just how blessed you currently are. Okay, so you have this way of making people feel more grateful for what is in their life, or maybe even just giving them a new perspective on how to look at things. Where people would complain like, oh, I had just for example, like I had my daughter all night, the other day, and I could easily say like, oh, I couldn't, she was so like up my, rear end that I couldn't get anything done. And then you kind of give people a different perspective on that way of thinking, in the way of like, well, some people don't even get to see their children or spend time with their children because they have to work to put food on the table. Or some people's children don't even want to be around them. So I definitely feel like when you walk in and you just kind of, you give off this energy that just makes people want to be more grateful for the things that they have, okay? Or at least the things that are around them. With the admirer card in the reverse, yeah, these are these people that are envying you, feeling jealous of you. Like they're not your admirers, okay? Plain and simple. They, again, can't wait for you to leave. Can't wait for you to make your exit, okay? They want you to get lost, okay? Okay. With the courage card in the upright, yeah, I do feel like, when you walk in, people want to either build up the courage, right? Because he's going to poke this spider, okay? So I feel like people are trying to build up the courage to either A, come and have a conversation with you, or you at least encourage people to go towards things that they want to based on what you're going towards in your life, what you're doing in your life, okay? So if there's things that you have pursued, without any help, okay, without any, people backing you, you encourage people to go after the things that they want to do without any help, without anyone encouraging them. I feel like you encourage people to just chase their dreams, because you never know. It could work out, it couldn't work out, but at least you can say you stepped out and tried to do it. Okay, you stepped out and tried to conquer it. With the reflection card in the upright, when you walk in, I feel like people can feel that energy radiating off of you, that positive energy, right? And you cause people to kind of reflect on their life and what they're not doing right or what they could be doing better, because they see where you're at in life, the things that you have, okay, or maybe just the stories that you tell, and it causes people to be like, well, this person did that and they're at this point in their life. I just feel like you put people in a very like kind of deep kind of thought about maybe some of the actions they've taken in their life. Some of you make people think about how things played out or what roles they played in certain situations, and how, maybe they are in a better spot, but what did they have to do to get there? Is their soul or is their energy tainted by that? Okay. With the third party in the upright, I do feel like, if there's people, in relationships, they want you to be a part of their love triangle. Okay. Maybe on the down low, because we have the hiding card next. And I'm feeling two energies with this hiding card, right? So people either want you to join them in a love triangle, okay, and they want to keep this secret, or I feel like the people who are envying you, they kind of make themselves scarce, okay? I feel like they may even just kind of all huddle, right? Like that's the group, like you could be at places and like these, this little table right here, all these people don't like me, or don't necessarily have a reason to not like me, or maybe you gave them a reason not to like you, right? But you are, I feel like they kind of hide over in like a table or a corner waiting for you to go, okay? Like this person, again, can't leave any sooner. With the fun card, you suck the fun out of those envious kind of people, because they know like they can't lie, they have to tell the truth if they're telling stories, and they're no longer having fun while you're around, and they want you to go. With the creative card in the reverse, you make people feel less creative. You make people feel like what they put on wasn't a good choice, or what they have wasn't a good choice, or the shoes they bought weren't a good choice. Like I feel like you make people kind of coyote go back to the drawing board, and kind of reconsider their actions, or what they put on, or what they presented. So if this is regarding like work, I feel like there's people might voice some type of opinion, and then you voice yours or you show yours, or even the people who haven't gone yet, they just kind of like, oh, I didn't do mine, okay. And I feel like when you walk in, you really do shine. Your light is so bright that it shines on the people who haven't done the reflection, who haven't gone through healing, okay. And it shines a light on those people who are moving in unprotected ways, right? Those sly foxes, okay? You kind of show people like, in my energy, you will not be protected, because I will shine a light on everything you do. Then we have the mirroring card at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel like there is no one like you when you walk in the room, right? And these people may even try and I feel like even kind of talk down on you and be like, this person's not that special, this person's not all that, this person's XYZ, so I feel like they try and get people off of your bandwagon. They try and get people to not view you in such a good light. Like, you don't want to be like that person did this, or maybe even try and bring up old things that you've done, that you've grown from, right? You're no longer that person, but these people try and bring it up to kind of, put you in a bad light. So these people who kind of look up to you or admire you no longer want to do so. We'll grab you some advice cards here from Spirit, God, Universe, whatever it is you believe in. Let's see. 4 cards of advice here. All right. Man, these cards have been flying today. Let's see. Play no games on the bottom of the deck. Okay. And that's in the reverse. So play all the games. Spirit Guide Universe is saying, be petty if you got to. Nourish in the reverse. You could possibly not be taking care of yourself or eating the correct things, right? Or maybe just overindulging. Nothing wrong with a little bit of overindulging every now and then, as long as it's not too often, okay? Also, this doesn't necessarily have to be overindulging with food. This just be that maybe you've thrown off your routine as far as working out. Maybe you have a workout goal. I'm not here to push you into it. Spirit Guide Universe is just saying, look, you've fallen off track. Let's get back on track, okay? And I understand dieting is hard, working out is hard. It's a hard thing to commit to, okay? So I'm not calling anybody out here. I'm trying to work on myself a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, guys, face your fears, okay? Spirit Guide Universe is saying is if there's anything that you're kind of second guessing or, just don't feel confident in yourself to do. All these other people are looking at you like you're confident enough anyway. So go out there and face your fears. Try it out. Okay? Are you deaf? Right? Flipped up in the upright. So Spirit Guide Universe is saying, take this to heart. Are you deaf? Go out there. Face your fears. Do you, boo? And do you have morals in the reverse? Spirit Guide Universe is saying, in a world that's so corrupt, currently, at least if you live in the U.S., you kind of know what's going on. Maybe if you watch on the, turn on the news every once in a while. Spirit Guide Universe is saying, don't sacrifice who you are to succeed in life. Okay, and I do feel like we're in this age of we've crossed over into the age of Aquarius, right? So anything that's been in the shadows is now being brought to light. So if you do something with negative intent, Spirit Guide Universe is saying you will not be protected from this, okay? If you step out on your morals to get ahead, they're coming for you just as well, okay? And I strongly believe karma comes back around. So what you dish out is what you'll get back. May not happen immediately. The wheel might be in your favor currently, but trust me, when it turns around, okay, watch out. And play no games in the reverse. So if people are trying to play you, if people are trying to, get one over on you, don't let them. Okay, let them. I feel like Spirit Guide Universe is saying, let them think they're winning, but then show them that you're playing chess. Because most people, especially when you're spiritual, okay, you're trying to, bring up the frequency of the spirit of the planet or the universe, whatever it is you believe in. People kind of take us as like these kind of pushover, soft-hearted, like, oh, they're always trying to keep it zen and keep everyone happy and peaceful. Spirit Guide Universe is saying, go ahead, let them think that, and then move your queen over to B7, put them in checkmate. Okay, that has been your reading, pile number 2. Thank you for tuning in to Hollywood Oracle. I enjoyed your read as well, and I'll see you on the next one. Also, comment down below. Let me know topics you guys want me to cover. If you're liking the topics, just let me know what's going on. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, last but not least. Welcome to Hollywood Oracle. I'm Antonio, your reader. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If you have not been here before, thank you for showing up. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have been enjoying these reads, these topics. Let me know if there's any topics you want me to cover. It does take me a little while to come up with topics and at least try and keep them fresh, so I'm not just recycling the same topics. But if you guys want recycled topics, let me know down in the comments so I know what to do, where to go. Your card was Inspire in the reverse. I've enjoyed the first 2 readings as well, so I'm hoping that I enjoy your read. Let's get into this. How do people feel when you walk through the room? Okay. We have the Joy card here in the upright. Secrets here in the upright. Two more here. Ask and you shall receive. We have the Truth here, card in the upright, the hiding here in the upright. Ooh, almost fell off the table there. Two. No, you don't. No, you don't. And one more, please. One more, please. There it is. We have the faith card here in the upright. How do you want to? Yeah, that's what I thought. Gifts card here in the upright. Meditate card here in the upright. And love card here in the upright. And four more here to end this read. Four more. It's you, isn't it? We have gratitude card in the upright. We have the patience card in the upright. And we have the courage card in the upright. And new doors in the reverse. I feel like, you know what? I mean, don't take my word for this, but I do feel like this is one of the only readings where you almost got every card upright. It's very rare that that happens. Bottom of the deck is spoke too soon, business in reverse. Let's get into this pile number 3. Don't mind me, guys. Inspire card here in the reverse. Okay, when you walk through the room, when you walk in, I feel like you kind of kill people's inspiration. Okay, I feel like people might be feeling themselves, right? And then when you walk in, they're like, well, you know, so I'm getting like I tried. Okay, I was the best until pile number 3 walked in with the joy card in the upright. People are happy to see you when you walk in the room. They've been waiting on you. What took you so long? Are you fashionably late, pile 3? Let me know down in the comments. Are you a fashionably late person? I am myself. I try not to be. Honestly, I try to be on time everywhere. And I know some people are like, oh, on time means you're 15 minutes early. I'm on black people time, okay? Which means I'm going to be there right when the time starts, or maybe 5 minutes afterwards, okay? With the secrets card in the upright, I feel like there's whispering going on. Okay, people talking crap, you know, because they ain't you. Okay, people are definitely, you know, talking about how you dressed and how this and what your car. Like, oh yeah, they look fresh to death, but their car got a dent in it. Meanwhile, they ain't even got no car. Okay, someone brought them. So, okay, so I just feel like, you know, there's when you walk in, any reason, they're both the same words, right? I just said them differently. Anyways, yeah, people are just trying to find ways to pick you apart when you walk in the room, right? Trying to dim your light, you know, bring you back down to earth. But you out there, you in space, baby. With the truth card in the upright, okay? You bring the truth. Okay, you ain't gonna let nobody tell no lies around you. Okay, this is how people are feeling when you walk through the room. They're like, oh yeah, this person, you know what? I'm gonna keep a hush. Or like, you know, that's why I feel like you got that little side whispering going on, because if let you hear, you know, these people said it underneath their breath because they know if you would have heard them say something, you probably would have snapped back. Okay, you probably would have said the truth about them, which is 10 times harsher. Like I just said, you know, like, oh, they talking about the dent in your car. Meanwhile, they ain't even got no car. Okay, you would have said that. Like, oh, yeah, I do got a dent in my car, but where's your car at? Where's it at? Oh, you didn't bring a car because you ain't got one? Okay. So I just feel like, you know, people, when you walk in the room, people know, like, if they ain't got a good valid argument to come at you, you will murder them, okay? Because you play no games, okay? Hiding card in the upright, yeah. People, you know, I feel like when you walk in the room, you have this kind of, I feel like even though people might enjoy you and want to be around you, okay, you also have people who hide from you, and then people feel like there's things that you're hiding, right? So like people feel like, you know, you're secretive, you're mysterious. You know, people enjoy your company, enjoy being around you, but we also don't know a lot about you. Okay, so I feel like you might only tell people things that you want them to know. So people might feel like you're hiding a different type of persona when you're not around people, like you're different. Okay, like this isn't how you act 24/7. You're just acting like this right now because you're in front of people. With the faith card in the upright, okay? And yell at me, guys. Okay, I see, there I go again. I watched one of my videos back, and I never watch my videos back, and I realized that I say okay a lot, so I'm trying not to. But I'm just trying to get this stuff off, you know? So it's like Spirit Guide Universe is talking to me, and I'm like, is that it? Okay. Faith in the upright. When you walk in, people have faith. Like, I feel like, if, for instance, let's say you work at a place that has meetings like every other day. When you walk in, people are like, all right, at least so and so's here, so that's gonna put me in a better mood. They're gonna crack some jokes or XYZ. They're gonna say something in a meeting that's it's gonna be funny. So I feel like you bring up the mood, and you even help people get through the day. Like when you walk in, people are like, all right, as long as pile number 3 is here, I'm gonna make it through the day, because they're gonna help me get through it either by laughing, joking around, whatever it is. Okay, you kind of give people faith that everything's going to be okay, as long as pile number 3 is there. With the gifts card in the upright, you might bring in, when you walk in, people are like, oh, what did you bring? Because I feel like you might bring things to certain functions, right? Whether it's food, whether it's just stuff for like the kids to play with. I feel like people are always wondering what you're going to bring. Okay, especially even when it comes to like gifts or Christmas. People are always like, they hand out gifts, and then they're like, okay, well, what does pile number 3 have? Like his gifts are always so good. He always knows people. He gets people to a T and XYZ. So, and I'm just saying he, because I'm referring to myself, but, take it how it resonates for you, right? He, she, they, them. I don't know all of them. Okay, I don't know all the pronouns, adjectives that people are calling themselves nowadays. With the meditate card in the upright, you kind of, when you walk in, people go in this kind of like deep thought. They're like, oh, I feel like you might even jog people's memory when you walk in. Like you'll be wearing something, or like, I forgot to do this, or I was gonna wear that too, or I just feel like you kind of put and maybe even put people at ease, like I was saying with this faith card, right? Like meditate. You're at ease when you meditate. So I feel like people relax a little bit, because they know like this event's gonna go smoothly, or like you're gonna help them get through the day. So you put people at ease, and this could even be like for where you work. If you're like an assistant or XYZ, your boss is like, oh, they showed up to this event, or at least pile number 3 is here. I know it's going to be okay. If I start fumbling, pile 3 is going to catch me. Okay, so they tend to relax a little. With the love card, yeah, people, when you walk in, like people love you. Okay, people are like, oh, I mean, look at that warm embrace. You might even get these kind of hugs. Like you might be a healer through touch, right? I've been told I am, like I give great hugs. You might as well. So people love just hugging you. People love just like being around you, being in your energy. They want to hug, even if it's a short hug, even just to say like, oh, I felt, when this person hugs me, they grab me, like their embrace is so warming. With the gratitude card in the upright, yeah. You make people feel more thankful for the things that they have, the things that they're receiving. I feel like you definitely, when you talk to people, you change their perspective on situations in their life. Okay, so they're thinking like, oh, well, when you put it like that, pile 3, it doesn't seem that bad. I guess it wasn't, as bad as I thought it was. And I feel like, even when you give people gifts, right? Because we have that gifts card, and like I was saying, like you get people gifts that they truly do want, or maybe it's like gifts from the heart, where it's like, hey, and you might even give people gifts like personally, because you see like no one else is around. Okay, so you give, like if it's that type of gift where it's like, hey, I was at your house, or I overheard this conversation, or I know you're kind of down and out right now, so I got you this, and I didn't want to give it to you around everyone else. Okay, and that's just an example. Take how it resonates, but I do feel like you do teach people that there are still good people out there. When when you walk through the room, people remember what you did for them, how you helped them out in their time of need. And with the patience card, right? I feel like people patiently wait to get around you. Okay, when you walk in, people patiently wait their turn in line to be like, okay, well, you might even get this where like people kind of line up, but not necessarily line up to greet you. Okay, like I don't want to, like they might even not even recognize how they're like all waiting in line just to give you a hug and a kiss or just say hi to you, dap hands, whatever it is. I'm teaching my daughter to do the fist bump and the like fireworks. So, I feel like, yes, people will wait patiently just to get, 5 seconds of your time just to say hi, see what's going on with you, see what's going up, see what's going on with you, see what's been up with you lately. We have the courage card in the upright. Okay. So, yeah, when you walk in the room, like, I feel like just you being there provides people the courage they need to get things done. Okay. In the sense of like this could be work or this could even be like a school project or XYZ. Like, people could like go up there to present and they're nervous and then they see you and you're like, you're doing great, sweetie. That meme. So that's kind of what I'm getting is like you give people that courage to keep going, to keep, doing what they're doing. And they might not get that from anywhere else. So they truly do love this. They, and he's about to push that little spider, okay, poke him. And I feel like that's what you do. Like you poke people into the direction that they're trying to go, or you poke people into their inspirations, right? Like go get it done. Go start it, okay? With the new doors in the reverse, okay? What I'm getting here is I'm getting I'm getting DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled, I believe it was Drake and DJ Khaled with this song, like no new friends, no new friends, no new. So what I'm getting is when you walk through the door, like the people who don't know you feel like there won't be any way to get to know you because you already have so many people around you. You already have so many people in your energy. You already have these good relationships built up. So I do feel like what I'm feeling here is like, yeah, people are like, oh, this person's not going to give me the time of day. Okay, or they're not going to let me get close to them and become a really good friend because they already got so many people that they're already good friends with. Like they don't have the time for me, whether it's a new romantic or a platonic relationship. I feel like that's how people feel when you walk in the room is they're like, oh, this person's not going to give me a chance to get to know them. And that could just be for, some of the new people. Okay. And then we have the business card in the reverse. So I feel like when you walk in, it takes things down a level, okay? And I've even noticed this kind of where I currently work at. I kind of have a way of like breaking the tension, especially in our meetings. Like our meetings get so serious sometimes, and it's like all we're discussing about is like to remember to put trash bags in the trash bins. Okay, if you take the garbage out. So I feel like you could just kind of have this way of like turning like really serious situations into something joyful and fun and not so, like I feel like you just bring like a lighthearted energy where you're like, look, guys, it's not that hard. Put a trash bag in the trash bin, okay? And then we can move on to the next topic and we can have fun, okay? So that's what I'm getting here. We'll grab you some advice cards, some spirit guide, universe, whatever it is you believe in. And comment down below. Let me know if you guys, like I said, like the reads, okay? Like the topics. If you have any topics you want me to cover, it is kind of hard sometimes to come up with, topics of these reads. Like, if you want me to just start recycling some of the things, like, I don't know what you guys want to hear. Oh, look at that. 4 right away. Ask and you shall receive. Then we have I don't want it. Bottom of the deck. Let's see what I don't want in reverse is. So we have Are You Deaf in the reverse. Spirit guide Universe knows you ain't deaf. Answers are within. So if you're kind of battling something, right? Do you have morals in the reverse? If you're battling something maybe you've already done, there will be hell to pay. If you're battling something you've already done, if you're having a hard time thinking about something, if you're having a hard time starting something, if you're having a hard time just adjusting to a new way of being, right? Because when you're on a spiritual journey and you're going and you're dealing with past traumas and you're doing your shadow work, okay, the old person that you used to be will claw at trying to keep you where you are. Okay, Spirit Guide Universe saying the answers are within. Whatever you need to know, the answers are within, and that's right over the meditate card. So go within, take some time to yourself. Meditation does not mean, sitting on the floor Indian style and doing the hum. I mean, maybe it is for you, okay? Maybe it's yoga, maybe it's video games, maybe it's just, sitting in the dark listening to music. However it is you get into your Zen, right? Spirit Guide Universe is saying it is there that you will find the answers. And do have morals in the reverse. So if you're doing things that really don't align with you, Spirit Guide Universe said stop. And I know that it's easier said than done, right? Like, for example, cigarettes, a lot of people try and quit, but they can't. They're addicted. I don't want to say they can't. See, if you have that mindset, then you won't stop. So Spirit Guide Universe is saying, look, you can do this, okay? Do you have morals? All right, change your morals. Change the way that you think about things. Don't say, I can't stop smoking. Say, I can stop smoking. And with every day, I will want less and less of smoking, okay? And, I mean, this could be cigarettes. This could be, okay? And I'm not saying either one is really bad for you. Whatever is for you is for you. All I'm saying is change. Spirit Guide Universe is just trying to get through to you, saying change the way you think, and everything else will follow. Okay. There will be hell to pay in the upright. Spirit Guide Universe is saying, look, you're protected, and they're watching out for you. Okay. So, however, remember, karma is a thing. So if you're doing bad to people, that karma will come back around you, okay? And in this movie, the kids that he was kind of overseeing, they tried to take him out. That it was his blood on the napkin. And so he was saying, look, if you guys want to play dirty, I can play dirty just as well. And that's how karma works. Okay, so just because you're on top right now does not mean in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, that wheel's gonna spin. Okay. I don't want it. And that's in the reverse. So Spirit Guide Universe is saying if there's some things that you're having a hard time saying no to, I know, again, it's easier said than done to just say stop or I don't want to do this. But Spirit Guide Universe is saying you can do it. You can, whatever it takes, right? In this movie, he's turning down this book that's going to help him connect with the children that he's overseeing better. Okay, so you could be pushing away things that are actually meant for you, or Spirit God, things that you've actually asked for, but you're self-sabotaging these things. So Spirit Guide Universe is saying, look, if you're asking for things and I'm sending them to you and you're pushing them away, then I'm going to stop giving them to you. Okay, I'm going to stop presenting the opportunity for you. Okay. This has been your read, pile number 3. Thank you for tuning in to Hollywood Oracle, and I'll see you guys on the next one.